Hey, good morning everybody. It's Walt from Dirtfoot Racing. I wanted to show everybody Purple Haze. Past weekend, we did an event at the Berrien County Speedway, Running with the Bull 2020. That was a mini bike race. There was 3 or 4 different events, and then the main event was a 2-hour endurance race, which, by the way, yours truly ran all 2 hours by myself. I had my son Will helping out with the fuel on the side of the track and some water, but for the most part I did run the whole 2 hours. Ended up coming in 4th place, primarily probably because I had to stop a couple extra times to fuel up with this little tiny gas tank. Probably would have placed a little better if I wouldn't have did that, but overall I'm pretty proud of myself, because that was 2 hours of riding. I did 148 laps. That's what the transponder said it was, so that was interesting. So what I wanted to take a look at was just show you the bike and see how things look after 148 laps, 2 hours. Plus we also had there was a qualifier race where you did 5 laps, and then the fastest 5 people ran a separate little race. I got black flag towards the end of that, didn't make the final 5. And then there was a race for the old guys, 50 and over, and I came in a second of that, only because I was racing against a guy that was similar in age to myself, but probably weighed a third of what I do, or half of what I do, something like that. But anyways, not complaining. Second was pretty good for that. I lapped all the other guys twice, I think. But anyways, so yeah, a lot of people have problems with torque converter belts going bad and chewing them up. And I haven't had very many issues with that in my experience with torque converters. And I've been running mostly Chinese ones. This is a Juggernaut that Go Power Sports sells, which is a pretty awesome driving clutch. But I haven't shredded a belt at all, and this belt was used when I started, and it's still in decent shape. I don't see any major issues with it. I can see a little bit of fraying on the edge, but I mean, that's after 2 hours of serious riding. The engine here is a 196 with a rod, hot cam, and a flywheel, cast CDL flywheel. I think we're running a 22 or 24 millimeter Mikuni knockoff. Got a header that I made. That's a gas tank I made for it before the race. Looks good, works well. It's just a little small for endurance races. Running the Sun F tires, which everybody seems to like now. Chain stayed relatively taut. Didn't have any problems with the chain. Lost the air filter. I'll walk around the bike in a minute and show you. Lost the air filter during the race. Actually saw it on the track lane. I was like, oh, looks like mine. Keep going. Actually ran better with no air filter, believe it or not. So anyways, yeah, that's had no problems. Had to do really no maintenance. I had a little short in a wire right here that was arcing out on Friday night when we were practicing, and I thought I had a issue with it missing, but we fired it up at night and saw this spark and fixed it with a piece of electrical tape, and it's all good to go. So anyways, yeah, so let me walk around and show you the bike. And yeah, 148 laps, pretty good. A little sore today. That was on Saturday, so still feeling the effects of the race. So I know a lot of guys run with no fenders. I have another mini bike we took out on the track with no fenders on it. Man, I was eating all kinds of dirt, so I think I'll stick with fenders. I'm not real particular about dirt in my face, but as you can see from this here, there's no air filter on there. Got a little bit of dirt on things. Track was they keep the track watered down for the most part, because they do sprint car races there, mini sprints and flat track motorcycle stuff. And, they did a pretty good job of keeping the track wet. It got a little dusty towards the end of the 2 hours. At that point, it started to rain. So it didn't rain really hard, but it rained enough to wet the track down again and change the whole way the track was ridden. But I persevered. Well, I didn't have any major mishaps. I almost wiped out towards the end. I was getting tired and getting lazy, I guess we'll say. But I held on to it and didn't end up on the ground. So I think fourth is pretty good for a guy that's 58. Not too bad, you know. I still hold up with the. There's a lot of sore younger folks, a lot younger than me right now. I've heard them complaining on the internet. So you know, I'm proud of my appearance, my performance, I'll say, and proud of the motorcycle, man. The mini bike, it held up fine without. We did basically no maintenance while we were there. So besides some electrical tape on that wire, but yeah. We have another one too, a Coleman. My son Will was riding that, and we didn't have to do anything to that. Plus, we brought the little 8-horse Ripper, the Briggs & Stratton. It really needs bigger, longer front forks to be in it. So I rode around the oval one time, and I determined this is not a good idea. So, but yeah, these are those Sun F tires, man. Those things got some serious traction, and they wore well, all things considered. They still look like new. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do a little maintenance on this, clean it up. And one of my prizes is being the second place in the Ulsters race. There was an air filter in that included, so hopefully it fits. Replace the one I left on the track. So stay tuned, folks. There's more to come. Got some gonna start some new builds here. I think got some ideas for some new stuff. Looks like I might have to build me a flat track mini too. So stay tuned.